If you've ever ended the day with your feet more beat up than your tools, it's because you're not wearing the right footwear. And no, you no longer have to choose between comfort and protection. Nowadays, there are models that can withstand tough workdays, offer proper protection, and still let you get home without having to rip your shoes off. If you work in construction, logistics, a warehouse, or simply spend many hours on your feet, stay tuned, because this video is especially for those of you in Europe. We're going to look at the 7 most comfortable safety shoes for men and women that you can buy right now. All the links are in the video description. Let's get into it. We start with a heavyweight in terms of comfort, the Bellota Comp Plus S1P. This model is designed for long work days in industrial or warehouse environments where you need real protection without giving up comfort. It comes with a safety toe cap and anti-puncture insole, all under the European S1P standard, and an SRC anti-slip sole for confident movement on wet or oily floors. But what people appreciate most is that it has a wider than usual last, which is a blessing for those with wide feet, or who simply can't stand having their toes squeezed all day. The upper is made of breathable split leather, which ventilates well under normal conditions, although if you work in very hot areas, you might feel some heat after many hours. It's a very comfortable shoe right from the start, with decent cushioning and flexibility when walking. For logistics, warehouse, or maintenance jobs where you're constantly on the move, it gets the job done without complaints. And for the price, it's hard to beat. If you're the kind of person who moves around all day and doesn't want to feel like you're wearing bricks on your feet, the Gemch shoes are a very interesting option. These are the type of shoes that at first glance look like regular athletic sneakers, but they have a steel toe cap and Kevlar insole, just like any serious safety shoe. The first thing you'll notice when putting them on is how light they are. They're incredibly lightweight, which is hugely appreciated if you're walking around all day. The upper is made of highly breathable mesh, perfect for hot environments or indoor settings where you start sweating just by looking. A cool feature is the quick lacing system with a twist button. You can put them on and adjust them in under 5 seconds. If you change shoes several times a day, that's super convenient. Now, they're for light to medium work. If you're in heavy construction or constantly wet environments, this isn't their natural habitat. But for warehouses, logistics, delivery workers, or technicians moving around all day, they're super practical. And let's not forget the design, which is modern, discreet, and you can wear them with casual clothes without looking like you just came off a construction site. Next up is the CYKYGGO, which we could define as the most balanced option for everyday use. If you're looking for something comfortable, breathable, and budget-friendly, these fit the bill. They have a steel toe cap, anti-puncture insole, and a fairly flexible non-slip sole. But their strong point is daily comfort. The upper is made of double-layer mesh, which allows for very good ventilation. If you work indoors or in hot areas where sweating is part of the uniform, you'll feel the difference from day one. Also, there's no break-in period. They're comfortable right from the first wear, like a regular pair of sneakers. They're perfect for tasks like order picking, warehouse work, assembly lines, or technical services that require constant movement. Plus, they're quite stylish, with a design that doesn't scream safety shoe at first glance. For the price, it's hard to ask for more. That said, they're not meant for heavy construction or extreme conditions, but for what they cost, they offer a lot. Now we move on to the HEOAARG, and here we're talking full-on cushioning. If your day involves many hours on your feet and what tires you the most is the feeling of sore feet by the end of your shift, this model will be perfect for you. It's designed to absorb impacts and distribute pressure throughout the day. It features a steel toe cap, non-slip sole, and puncture-resistant insole, so protection-wise, it's got you covered. But what users highlight the most is how comfortable they feel after several hours, even on hard surfaces like concrete. The internal padding, especially around the heel and arch, is noticeable right away. The sole also helps reduce fatigue when walking or standing still. Visually, they are a bit bulkier than sneaker-style models and don't have that sporty look, but if your priority is to take care of your feet during marathon shifts, this is your model. They are highly recommended for warehouse workers, logistics, plant operators, or any job that puts a lot of strain on your feet. The next model is ideal if you're constantly on the move throughout the day, the Nasogch. These shoes are designed for people who are always on the go, like delivery drivers, warehouse workers, or technicians getting in and out of vehicles all day. The first thing you'll notice is how incredibly lightweight they are. Seriously, it barely feels like you're wearing safety shoes. They feature a steel toe cap, Kevlar insole, and a super breathable mesh upper, which is perfect if you work in hot environments or indoors where you can't afford to end the day with your feet cooked. Walking in them feels a lot like wearing ultralight running shoes, which is ideal if you're clocking in a lot of steps each day. Despite their slim appearance, they offer good protection for light to medium-duty tasks. Of course, they're not meant for heavy construction or very wet or oily surfaces, but for warehouses, delivery routes, or jobs that require constant mobility, they're great. They also have a discreet design, making them easy to pair with workwear or even casual clothes if you prefer a more neutral look. If you prioritize lightness and breathability above all, this model is a very smart choice. Now let's talk about the HEOAARG, which we could describe as a practical everyday option if you're looking for something affordable but with full protection. These shoes come with a steel toe cap, anti-slip sole, and anti-puncture insole meant to cover the basics without fuss. The upper combines synthetic materials with mesh areas to improve breathability, and the overall structure is fairly lightweight. They stand out for being comfortable right from the first use, with a step that doesn't tire you out and enough flexibility to move around without stiffness. They work well in warehouse jobs, production lines, or mid-level industrial settings. They also have a more modern look than classic bulky shoes, which is a plus if you don't want to wear something that looks like a construction boot. The sizing tends to run a bit narrow, so if you have wide feet, it's worth considering going up half a size or choosing a wider model. Overall, they're a very good option if you're looking for something functional, no frills, that offers solid protection and doesn't break the bank. And finally, we have the Baofular, probably the most discreet and urban-looking pair on the list. These shoes stand out because they are completely disguised as regular athletic sneakers. In fact, if you didn't know they were safety shoes, you'd never guess. But under that appearance, they've got everything you need: steel toe cap, anti-puncture insole, and a sole with good grip on dry surfaces. They're designed for people working in mixed environments, like technicians going from office to warehouse, internal logistics workers, or maintenance staff in shopping centers, for example. The best thing is how comfortable they are all day long. The interior is well padded, the upper fabric is very breathable, and they weigh next to nothing. They're ideal for long indoor workdays, especially if you don't like the industrial look of other models. That said, they're not waterproof, so if your environment involves water, mud, or very demanding surfaces, it's better to go for a more specialized model. But if you're looking for comfort, lightness, and to blend in, the Baofular are perfect for you. And that wraps up the 7 most comfortable safety shoe models you can buy right now. Each one has its strength. The Bellota if you want solid protection and overall comfort. The Gemch and Nasogch if you move around all day and want something lightweight. The CYKYGGO as a breathable, budget-friendly daily option. The Nasogch if long hours on your feet are your concern. The HEOAARG as a practical, economical alternative, and the Baofular if you want style and comfort for indoor use. Remember, all the links are in the description, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more comparisons like this. See you in the next video.